So Civil 3D 2012 is open. The first thing we need to do is save as. We will create a drawing file on this removable disk. Called Cohasset Ridge, followed by my initials. And then click the Save button. The tool space now displays the new drawing name. We are working on in the Cohasset Ridge area. Here we can see the intersection of Cohasset and Kiefer Road. As we travel along the ridge, you can see the area we are interested in building a road. As we pan over the area, you can begin to visualize where you would place a road. First, we will go to the Insert tab. Select Insert for inserting a block. We will select the Browse button and navigate to the Cohasset Ridge folder I have created in the flash drive and a Cohasset Ridge drawing I have downloaded. We'll open. In this particular dialog box, we can make sure that we insert at 0 and 0 for the origin. We will not scale this drawing, we will work in real-world size. But we do want to explode it, so let's make sure we have the explode box checked. Click OK. And though you cannot see the image yet, it is there. It is inserted here. You can either double-click the roller on your mouse, or you can go to the command line, type in Z for zoom and E for extents. Now we can see the 3D model of Cohasset Ridge. What we want to do next is create the terrain model so that C3D knows what we are doing with this particular contour map. We will go to the tool space here, click Surfaces, right-click, and select Create Surface. Let's give it a name. We'll call it Existing Grade. It's good to give yourself some information. We'll remind ourselves that this is a topo map with contours. And here for style 2 and 10 feet background contours will work just fine. We'll say OK to continue. And now we can see that if we expand surfaces, we have created a surface called Existing Grade. We want to add some information to the surface model. And what we want to do is create the surface using contours. Right now, we look at the contour model, there's a lot of information. The model includes old road alignment going up to Cohasset, and all of the streams, creeks, and tributaries. So we want to go over to the Layer Manager. I should be able to find the streams layer. Here we are, streams. We want to freeze the streams for now. We will be using the major and minor contours. The existing road can be frozen as well. This will help make the selection process more clear. So now all we have showing is the contour model. We go over here to Contours, select it, right-click, and we want to add contour information. We need a description. We'll call it Topo Map Contours. The defaults are good for us, so we'll just click OK. And then the command line, it prompts me to select contours. So we'll select all of the remaining lines and press Enter. The event viewer shows some errors, but we will ignore these. They will not impact anything. We'll close that window. So what's happened here? Let's zoom in. You can see that we have created contours at 2-foot intervals. That's why it looks so busy. We can change how the contours are displayed. Let's go over here to Tool Space. Go to Surfaces, then Existing Ground. Right-click. Surface Properties. And instead of displaying contours at 2 and 10 feet, we'll try, for example, contours in triangles. Hit Apply, and OK. Now this really looks busy. We have the entire tin displayed here as well as the contours. We can see here the tin is not displaying the model correctly at all. These surfaces do not exist in the real world. Also around the creek and stream areas, if we zoom in, Civil 3D has no idea that there's a stream here. Typically it does not model streams very well. For example, here it's showing a very steep stream and then almost flat along here. That's not really what's happening, so we need to help C3D out a little bit. We'll go back to Surface Properties in Existing Grade, select Border Only. To help correct the model, we can turn on the Streams layer. And also turn off the contours. What we are showing here are the streamlines, and these are actually in 3D. We want to define these as break lines for the model. So we'll go back over here to Tool Space, right-click on the break lines, and add a break line definition. These are streams. All other defaults are fine, so we'll press OK. We're prompted to select the objects, so we select everything, and press Enter. Now we have edited the model, and we can see how it looks. Go back over to Surface Properties. We'll select 5 and 25-foot background contours. Press OK. We still have some problems, but it's defining the streams a little bit better than it did before. As we can see in this area right here, so we would need to put a little more work to make this model acceptable for design. We'll go back over to Surface Properties, select Border Only. Now we can go back up to the Layer Manager and turn the contours back on. Next, we want to create a border. To control how this model border is defining the area we are modeling. So, we'll create a new layer. We will call it Boundary. And we'll change the display color to red. Make that the current layer, and close. We want to create a boundary using the polyline option. So we select polyline. We will pick a start point down here and make sure the object steps are off, as well as some of the other snaps and tracking features. Now, beginning at our chosen start point, we can just go around and create a boundary that we can use. I'm clicking frequently, particularly in areas I know will need editing. For example, right here, we want to crop some of this out. And continuing on around, I will continue to click frequently. Clicking frequently gives us more grips to work with in editing. This means we'll have more freedom to adjust and better define the model area. You can see here we will continue to crop areas like this. And as we reach the start point, we can type C for close. Alright, with the border finished, we can go over to Boundaries, right-click, Add Boundary, and call it Outer. Click OK, and then select the boundary line we just made. Again, we don't need to be too concerned with the errors displayed here. We can see now that the boundary line of the model has taken on a similar alignment to the boundary we defined. This will give us a better model to work with. Let's go back to existing grade. Surface properties. Let's turn on the 5 and 25 foot background contours. Now we can see that we have eliminated a lot of the contours that we're not modeling correctly. We've done a lot of work, so we should click Save.